go.
All right.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Inspired by Miss Amber Red. It is just Sasha and I here today because everybody else quit.
Yeah, so this is a follow-up from our previous episode of how to hire people. No,
Now we're kidding. Two of us. Just kidding. Yeah. They have other lives, so they have to go work at those jobs, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we are. So
what are we talking about today, Amber?
we're going to talk about how social media sucks.
Yes. They're struggling with that.
Yes.
And how do we get through that struggle?
So we go downtown and drink and hand out cards.
We're going back to the old school ways. We're going to be handing things out and getting to know people with our faces.
Yeah, so I think there's something to that. I think that social media is so like in everybody's face all the time that like now people, it's like having like a, what do you say, like opposite effect. Like they're paying less attention because they're just, overwhelmed with so much information. So yeah, we're going to go hustle the streets.
Yep. So we'll be downtown next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday we're going to go. We've got some cards and some coupon, like little like incentives. I don't want to say coupons, like some incentives that we're going to be handing out as well as some like brochures. And yeah, hopefully
that works.
Hopefully it's more than Sasha and I.
Yeah, I know. If it is, though, hey.
Yeah, if it is.
We'll make
It'll
it
be
happen.
fun though because we're gonna have some drinks too. So
yeah.
But yeah, as far as like people are probably wondering like why. So what are we like social media being down? It's like it's not really been. I mean, it has. Instagram sucks. I'm not gonna lie. TikTok, in my opinion, is where it's at. Or maybe that's just where my audience more is. Like I feel like they really enjoy seeing us go live. We like. The last live we did was like 33,000 people.
Yeah, it's more interactive.
Yeah, so it's really active compared to like Instagram. If I go live on Instagram, it's like 14.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's a huge difference.
I wonder why that is, because
I have no idea.
I think they'd have the algorithm together. You have a ton of followers to have 14 people on live. It's like...
I know. I can't even like, I know I shouldn't think that way, but I can't even like attempt to go live on Instagram because I'm just like...
Do you think they have you blocked? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Or what do they call it? Shadow
band
or
something.
Whatever.
I don't know. Who knows in this world these days? But yeah,
I think like Instagram got too like profile. Like it's like a way to sell yourself almost. You know, they lost the fun in it. So I think that's why TikTok is like king now.
It feels way more organic to me. It feels like I feel like I don't have to plan like what I'm putting on there. Like whereas the Instagram we kind of have like a certain look, which is annoying. I'm about to throw that out the window because why am I spending all this time creating all this content or making this pretty grid if it doesn't matter?
Yeah, I know. So do you think you're steering away from IG more, or are you going to try to like fight the battle with?
I think I gave up that battle with the IG. I kind of just leave it as like a live, like a portfolio in a sense. Like people just go there, see our faces, see our work, see our, how we interact with people, the reviews. I just kind of keep it as like a like an upgraded Yelp, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think it's like working at all? Like what part of IG do you like at all, if there's any? I feel like stories are fun, but other than that, I don't enjoy IG.
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like I like the stories because it goes back to being more organic. So I feel that way on TikTok. I feel like TikTok is like I said, it's funner when people interact.
Yeah.
So like I don't want to. Why am I going to waste time on something that's like if they're not going to interact?
Yeah.
Like even on Instagram, it's like sometimes we'll get like 200-300. For the most part, pretty steady like 200-300 like likes here, but it's like even that it's like capped out, and I'm like, okay, so how do you? Yeah, I ain't got time or energy to be investing into how am I going to get past that hump? I'm like the hump. I'm good with what we got. Like now it's just like smooth selling like.
And likes are like, I mean, what does that really turn into? So it's like, it doesn't feel fun anymore. But
exactly.
I know you're a big fan of Facebook.
I do.
So what do you do on Facebook?
I do love Facebook. Kind of a creeper on Facebook. How did this turn into Sasha interviewing Amber? I'm just kidding. I kind of like it. It's making my life easy. I can answer questions all day long.
I think people want to know what you're inside your brain, though, when it comes to social media.
I like that because my brain is hurting today. Guys, I have a headache. So you're probably going to hear me say that a couple times because it's been a week of headaches. So
I'm trying to get the flow going for you.
Yeah, I get migraines and shit, man. But what was the question?
Facebook. Like, what do you like about Facebook for like social media and like advertising?
I was saying I was a creeper. So I actually stalk people late at night. I know that sounds creepy. But I go through and I like friends of friends. I'll look at their friends list. Sometimes I have it blocked, and that's silly and stupid. I hate those people that have their friends list blocked because I can go into the friends list and I could see, oh shoot, this one works at a local bar. Oh, this one's a cocktail server here. Oh, this one works at the pool. Oh, this one works. She's a bartender. Oh, this is a hairdresser. Oh, this one's all those people they should be friends with me. So.
And they'll probably be looking for permanent makeup, so it makes sense.
And they switched friends over to now it's followers. So now I was capped off at 5,000. This is like old news. That's like been done a while ago. But I used to be capped off at 5,000 friends. So I'd have to unfollow people if they didn't interact. So I would keep an eye out on that.
Okay.
And then I would have to refollow my new group of people that I wanted to stalk and associate, like, and, bring in as clients. So, but now I'm at like 7,500 or 7,600 or something.
Okay, so you got more now.
I
wonder why they did that.
No, I don't know.
Is that?
Yeah, now it's followers. I think you can still add. It's still friends, but there's not that cap anymore like it used to be. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that helps. And the groups in Facebook too. I feel like those are super helpful.
Yeah, the Facebook groups. Oh, I don't even know if you want me to talk about this today. The Facebook group.
Talk about it all.
The Facebook groups. Oh my gosh, you guys! I think I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. Oh, I felt it before we started talking. Okay, we're good. Maybe. But you can leave that in there. I don't care. The Facebook groups. So I use those, but in a sense for more so like building like connections with other artists versus clients. So the Facebook groups, at the end of the day, I get tagged in stuff all day long. So I'll go through and see like what's important, quote unquote important, and then I'll go through and I'll look at all of those, and then I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'll dive into like a couple conversations, give my feedback, talk about needles, give my favorite pigments, like do that type of stuff. But I really think like if you're going to be a trainer within the industry, that it's important to go on there and interact, not get involved in the drama, because people are just not nice people these days in the world. And a lot of people, you guys got to be careful with who you trust, especially when you're in business, unfortunately. I hate to say that, and I sound like a negative Nancy, but it's true.
No, it's true.
Any relationship I ever go into, I don't know when this happened, but immediately actually, I do probably know when this happened, when we got ripped off by our last videographer, but I love you guys, so don't take that. Don't take that the wrong way.
We should talk about that.
Well, so, I mean, you know, like that did us dirty. So now going into any new relationship, I'm like, nah. Like, if you're putting me in a contract, you're going in a contract. Like, what do I want out of this relationship? Because otherwise, it's like, you get friendly with people and then shit falls apart and then that person disappears. And it's just like, it's just a whole ass mess. So be careful who you trust. That is like one lesson, like huge lesson. I think I learned like, when it's that like last year, like mid last year is probably when that lesson hit us hard.
I know, that was so sad, but.
Yeah, so perfect to go so wrong. I don't know. Anyways, so.
Yeah.
You lose some, you know?
You win some.
You lose some, you win some. Thanks for the positive on that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you lose some. And Sasha, you win some too, Amber. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, that's what the Facebook groups are for, is help. If you're a trainer, I was going to say, like, you should be on there interacting because that's what's going to, a lot of people, like, when they're trainers, they're just there to get your money. And literally, it's like a quick buck to them. So they don't want to do the support that is required after teaching somebody. So I think it shows, like, because you only see some people and they're actually interacting. And be careful on the boards, too, because a lot of stuff is, like, not the right information. There's a lot of wrong information out there. So I try to go and do my best. There was actually something today that I was just involved with where somebody was saying, I use LA pigments. Everybody knows that. And somebody was saying, it's hard to implant. It doesn't, like, not just saying, their opinion. I was like, well, your opinion is that. Here's my opinion on that as well, because I've been using them 10 years. I think it's BS. It depends on your technique. It depends on your movements. It depends on, so just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean it's not going to work for somebody else. So there's a lot of that stuff going on the boards. But I think it's important, like I said, keep saying, to show your face on there, because it helps, like, I don't want to say make you the expert, like, because you're never really an expert, but like helps people see that, one, you have a voice, because a lot of people don't have a voice these days, because we've all been unfortunately muted because of the world we live in, which
you have
is
an opinion, it's
insane.
The worst.
Yeah, you have an opinion and they just want to, like, it's the end of the world. It's so stupid. But I don't know. without diving too much into what's been going on.
Yeah. Talking about the drama, the tea.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. There's been a lot of drama on those Facebook groups. So that's another thing. If you're feeling kind of off, I don't recommend going on to the boards and the groups and interacting in that way, because it's just going to be even more draining. So enjoy your night. Don't be Amber. Don't stay up till 11 responding to people online.
Amber can see you just in bed. Like,
I literally am sometimes. I'm like, it's so bad. I'm like, why? Is it addiction? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm addicted to work. I think that might be a problem, you guys.
A little bit.
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
But it's not a bad thing, though. It's clearly got you to this point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Sasha in the background, she's like, do you want to talk about what happened yesterday, Amber? Remember? Oh, wait, that was the day before. Was that the day before? I still losing track of days.
Our days mixed together.
Sasha's around me so much now she can realize when Amber's about to have a mental breakdown. Yeah. Mental breakdown. When I'm about to, Yeah, I'm like,
Amber, it's all good.
Are you getting burnt out? And I'm like, actually, yeah. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, okay, I feel much better. Why did I hold all that in?
Yeah, talk it out.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to like Facebook, though, are there any tips you want to tell people that you do to like find these groups or look through them, or how do you find clients, artists? What's your thought process?
How to find clients is kind of two different things. So more so goes back to the, so the stalking that I said. light stalking. So I'm seeing where these people work, what their job is. Are they interacting with people? Mm-hmm. Is it a job where they have to talk to people? Are they what's the likeliness of us doing work on them and then referring people? I pretty much got that. It's like gold. That anybody that doesn't do that is missing out.
Yeah.
So it's basically me walking the streets like we're going to do in real life, but on a social media platform.
Yeah.
So I do that, and then obviously I get in their friends list and I find their friends of friends. And it's funny because most of the time now, when I first started doing it, and I didn't let it faze me, I didn't give a shit. Most of the time now, the response is, oh my gosh, I've seen you around. Like, you do this, that, and that. And like, they already know who I am without me even saying anything. But every once in a while, you'll get a message, like I was saying early on when I probably like 1 or 2 years in, they'd be like, do we know each other? Like, and they kind of get snotty. Like, they would get like, oh, we're not friends. Like, I don't know who you are. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I'll go right back to their profile and unfriend them. I don't care. Well, that opens up a space for the next person.
True.
Like,
that's true.
Whatever. If you don't want to be my friend, don't be my friend. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that serious. So, I mean, it seems like I made it serious, but really it's not that serious. Like, if you don't want to interact with me, then that's totally fine. I don't come at you. I'm not coming at you salesy. I'm just adding you as a friend so you see my stuff because
you're showing your face.
How else am I going to get seen out there? You have to show your face, and the more people you're friends with, the more their friends will see your stuff, the more their friends will see stuff. So
yeah.
As far as the groups go, you can actually go into the learning boards. So for you trainers out there, you can use the learning boards. I think we have now. Don't over promote on them because that's cheesy. Like, don't go on there just to sell. Like, go on there and actually like provide support, right?
Yeah.
So what you can do is there's a search bar within each, like, so when you get inside a group, there's a search bar at the top, and you can go in there and I can be like, and then type in like eyeliner, and then all the eyeliner posts will come up. So if somebody was like, what's the best numbing for this eyeliner, or what, I'm having problems with saturation with this eyeliner, or I have this, movement, like anything, and then it'll pop up all the eyeliner stuff. And then you can also, obviously there's filters, so you can, not filters, but you know what I mean, like where you can adjust it to be like the newest post, and then it'll be like literally posts from a couple seconds ago to, and I just look like the last 3 days.
Yeah.
Takes 2 seconds to go in and answer a couple questions. Next thing you know, you got 50 something plus people on there, like, holy shit, like she knew what she was talking about, and then they're reaching out for training. So it's not that I'm doing it for that reason, but also I'm in your face and I'm here, and you see I'm supporting you. And so when they go to one day to think about training, boop, hey, that girl with the red hair who was that again? Like, she was really helpful. So those little things help build, like, if you're looking to train people,
they're most likely to remember you.
Yeah.
So like, if you can go on Facebook and look up like keywords, I guess would be the word. How come you don't do that on IG? Do you think you don't get the same results as
I don't
Facebook?
feel like I do.
Okay.
I don't know. I really like Facebook's setup with that. Once I'm in a group, like, because the groups, it's like you have like I wish I could think of some off the top of my head. Like there's one that's literally called Permanent Makeup. There's like Microblading and Permanent Makeup USA. There's Microblading and Permanent Makeup, so that they all are titled like slightly different. Then of course they all have their own rules and whatnot. But I like that I can really be like with Instagram. I haven't seen a feature where it is showing me like the newest post and that targeted.
Yeah.
So I literally, because I ain't got a lot of time in my day, so I'm literally like, okay, I got 10 minutes. What is the quickest route? So I go immediately to the boards, immediately type in what group I'm looking for, immediately go to the search bar, eyeliner, bam.
It's all there for
you. So within 5 minutes, I can answer 10 questions. And it's literally in order. And it's not like it's showing me something from 2021. It's showing me relevant stuff. So
yeah, so it's more helpful. What percent of like clients do you think come from Facebook? Majority of yours?
I have built up the Facebook. I actually have 3 Facebook pages. I have Miss Amber Red Permanent Makeup. I have Miss Amber Red just as a standalone, and then I also have my personal, which is pretty much turned into business.
Yeah.
It's the business one is where I post all of our model stuff generally. If a spot's not filling up, then I'll bring it over to my personal, because the business one I think is at about 5,000. And then we got like 100 plus something 5-star reviews over on the business page. So I keep it really solid for that, because Google pulls those reviews over and it recognizes all those reviews. So that's really helpful. But I've been building that business page since, oh my gosh,
it's been a while.
10 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 5,000, but it grows slowly.
Yeah.
And they only let you invite so many people. Like you can't, like it maxes, it'll
limit on there too with the people?
Well, a day. Otherwise they flag it as like spammy. So it's like, when I think of it, I try to go in there and like, I have more, because it's the friends from your personal page.
Yeah.
So then I can go over there, go to that page, invite those people, but I try to stay on top of it. I haven't done it for a while, so I'm sure I'm really far behind. Yeah. It's the same thing for our Facebook group. So if you guys didn't know, we have Inspired by Miss Amber Red. It is a Facebook learning board. And that board is strictly like for permanent makeup artists. I guess tattoo artists too, but more permanent makeup focused. And I think we're up to like 900 something plus people on there right now. So, but same thing there. I try to go in and invite people. Like I'll see people tag people, or I'll go through the most common boards that I visit. I can go into those boards. It'll say, so what's really cool about Facebook, in my board, if I want to invite people, I can say I want to invite people from this, and this board. It'll let me search those other boards, and then I can pull people from, if I think they'll be interested, from that board to my board.
Oh,
so
I didn't even know that. Okay,
yeah,
that's cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah, so that's probably how you found like a lot of people to pull them over to that, because we grew that pretty fast.
Yeah,
you did, I should say.
We grew that pretty fast. It's kind of been, at a standstill, but I'm just, I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, I think that group is good though, because I always see people going and just talking and asking for your opinion, or anyone's opinion, honestly.
Yeah, that group is really nice, and I don't think that it has so many people. Some of the boards have like 30,000 plus people, and I'm like,
that's overwhelming.
It's too much. And so I like where we're at right now with Reddit, so I'm not in no rush to get it any bigger than that, because I feel like we're kind of niche down. So it's like those people, they haven't left. No. So, I mean, they must be there for
getting something from it. Yeah.
And there hasn't been no cattiness, so that's cool. I'm like kind of in there keeping an eye. Well, posts have to be approved before they get posted. Not always, but I have that setting on just to make sure there ain't no drama that pops off. Yeah. Or at least without me being in the middle of it. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's awesome. So Facebook, TikTok, I think those are our favorites so far, huh?
Yeah, Facebook and TikTok.
How do you feel about Pinterest? Because we were hitting that for a little while too.
We were hitting Pinterest for a little while, but I don't feel like, I think you should have a presence. Yeah. And I'm kind of feeling, I don't know a whole bunch about Pinterest, but we definitely have a buttload of posts on there. But I haven't really saw much from it. Yeah. I always hear, it's going to be the new Google. It's going to be this. And I'm like, okay, well, at least if somebody goes there. Yeah, search engine, I guess. I don't know either, but I haven't seen anybody come from it. Generally, when I ask people how they found us, it's TikTok.
TikTok or Google, right?
Or Google.
Yeah. So I feel like Google's always going to be in the running.
Those Google ads. Yeah. I'm a Google ad professional.
No, literally, you guys.
Yeah,
she's killing the Google ads.
I've been killing it with the Google ads.
So that's another form, I guess, of social media in a sense, would you say?
Yeah.
I mean, I even consider like Yelp, like kind of social media, because if you can go on and
Don't
chat.
get me started on Yelp. I can't stand
Yelp is at the bottom.
They
of the
always
list.
want you to pay for something. I'm like, stop. Like, that's so annoying.
And the fact that they want to keep up the not so great reviews in the front, so then you do pay, and it's like they're holding you by the throat.
And then they're like, 23 reviews not recommended. I'm like, well, then who recommends them? Like,
they're a scam.
Yeah, it's a scam.
I don't like it.
Anyways.
But on Google, we can't control the reviews, right?
No,
at all.
No, and that's why I always send everybody to Google, because the review is getting posted. It's not like, oh, these are not recommended reviews.
Yeah.
Like what a review is a review, so they show all the reviews.
Yeah, and they actually, that's what I say. They show them all. Unlike Yelp.
Yeah, unlike Yelp.
Yeah. Yeah. So Pinterest, TikTok. What other apps do we use? I think those are our main ones, right?
Yeah, I think the Google reviews have been really helpfal. That's been well, it's because I switched it up lately. I finally figured out what I was doing.
Yep.
And so I was always dropping money into Google, but I'm not a Google pro. Like, who knows these things? Well, then I started investigating, and I started like, oh, wait a second, that works. And I started kind of tracking it and like paying attention. And because I used to do an ad, and I would just let the damn thing run, and I would never touch it again or look at it. Well, I don't know why it took me so long to realize, but like every couple days, it was like it would be like high, and then it would high, like 3 days later drop, and I'm like, okay. Then I would go tweak 1 or 2 words, and then it would go high again, and then in a couple 3 days later it would drop. Remember, I was like, Sasha, it's telling me that people were searching these terms. You think I should have those in the ads?
Absolutely.
And I was like, oh my god, duh, Amber. Like, but I had it just slowly but surely. But so now I know to put those. But most of the time, I usually have those words, but in a slightly different sense. So I always go in, even if you tweak, just because there's like 15, I might be wrong. I think there's 15 headlines and 4 descriptions, and then 3 ads underneath 1 ad. Okay, so you have one, I don't know if I'm describing this right, but I'm not very technical, but with my words anyways. But literally when you look at it, it's like you're paying for like 1 big ad. Well, when you open it up, there's 3 versions of that ad. Okay. And within each 3 of those ads, there's 15 headlines and then 4 short descriptions. So, and then you don't obviously want to put in your headline I think what you're putting in your headline in your description, because they take it's like you said, A/B testing. They're taking bits and pieces from each one of those sections and meshing them together. So sometimes if you have what's written up there in your description, it'll be like you're repeating yourself in the ad. So you have to make use of the best of the space that you have possible, if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, yeah. No, it's been really fun figuring out, actually. I have a weird brain. Yeah. Thank you guys. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Bye, guys.
Bye.